Once upon a time, there lived a family of hawks on a tree near a lake in the forest. The family included a female hawk, a male hawk, and their baby hawks. There also lived a lion, a kingfisher, and a turtle on the shore of this lake. All of them were good friends and passed their days happily. Everything was going smoothly in their lives. One day, two men came to the forest to hunt. They searched for prey in the forest from morning until night but found nothing. When they couldn't locate anything even on the lake, they decided to stay there for the night and catch whatever they could find in the morning. The hunters laid down and tried to sleep, but they were disturbed by the flies and the mosquitoes. Ultimately, they got up and built a fire so that the fumes would drive away the flies and mosquitoes. The hunters had lit the fire under the tree on which the hawk family had its nest. The fumes awoke the hawks, and the baby hawks cried out. Hearing the cries of the baby hawks, one of the hunters pointed towards the nest and said to the other,
"That was the cry of the young birds. They will be good for our breakfast."
The hawks listened to the conversation of the hunters. The female hawk got frightened and said to her husband,
"These men are planning to eat our young ones. We have to ask our friend Kingfisher to help us, as we are in danger."
The male hawk flew speedily to the kingfisher's nest and awoke him. The kingfisher asked,
"Dear friend, why have you come at this late hour of the night?"
The male hawk narrated the whole story. The kingfisher consoled the male hawk and sent him back, saying,
"Don't worry, my friend. I will help you. Go back and comfort your wife."
The kingfisher saw the burning fire and instantly sprinkled water on the fire and put it out. The hunters made another fire. The kingfisher put out the fire once again. As often as a fire was made, the kingfisher put it out. By midnight, the female hawk noticed that the kingfisher was getting tired. She said to her husband,
"Go and ask the turtle for help, so that the kingfisher can take some rest."
The male hawk flew speedily to the turtle. The turtle asked,
"What happened, friend? Why have you come?"
The male hawk told the whole story about the hunters and the kingfisher getting tired. At once, the turtle agreed to help and sent the male hawk back home. The turtle dived into the water, collected some mud, and put out the fire with it. On seeing the turtle, the hunters changed their minds about the young birds. They decided to catch the turtle to make their breakfast. When the hunters tried to put the net over the turtle, he suddenly dived into the deep water, making their efforts vain. The hunters got so impatient to get the turtle that they went down into the deep water. But the turtle escaped.
Half of the night, a kingfisher kept putting out our fires. Now that we have torn our clothes and got wet while trying to get this turtle, we will make another fire and eat those young birds at sunrise.
Saying so, the hunters started making another fire. The female hawk, who was hearing the conversation of the hunters, said to her husband,
I am afraid that sooner or later these men will get our young ones. Go and ask our friend lion to help us.
The male hawk flew to the lion at once. The lion asked,
Why have you come at this late hour of the night?
The male hawk narrated the whole story to him. The lion said,
Don't worry, friend. You go back and leave the rest to me.
Soon, the lion roared loudly. On hearing the lion's roar, the hunters got so scared that they ran away from the scene as fast as they could. The hawks were happy that the hunters were gone. They appreciated the efforts made by their friends, and all of them lived happily thereafter.